This computer sucks. What's up, boys? Morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. Welcome to the show. You're listening to Just My 2 Cents. It's Monday, which means it's recap time. Going to be recapping the boxing this past weekend. Canelo versus Charlo took place. I'm going to talk about the fights, what I thought about them, how I did with my picks and my bets. And then we're going to preview UFC Vegas 80. It takes place this Saturday. The long-awaited UFC action. Had a little break this past weekend, but there was boxing. There was a little fisticuffs. So I'm going to talk about that. Preview UFC Vegas 80 and also preview something that I'm getting really, really excited about. So I'm going to talk about all that, man. Join me. Pull up a seat. If you're riding in the car, pump up the volume. Drive safely. By God, just drive safe for everyone out there. And yeah, man, settle in. Got a great show planned for you. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, please, God. If you like what you hear, smash the like button. If you don't, fuck right off. No, I'm just playing. Please don't leave. Please smash the like button. Yeah, man. Sup, busters? How was y'all's weekend, man? See a couple people in the chat. See what we got in here. Well, hold on. Let me I was making a banner. Let me finish doing that. Fire. Mike. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Let all the chill barrages come through, come through. Microphone checka. Don't disrespecta. What else do I want to put? That doesn't really make sense, but oh hell. Hell, I done started it anyway. The emojis don't really make sense, but whatever, man. Who got my order? Five minutes. 5 minutes and 28 seconds. What do you think about that? Sup, Zach? How was your smart mouth weekend? We sure did. Homie Noah, what up? What's up, players? What is going on, man? I'm just getting started here. Yeah, I took my sweet ass time starting the stream. Apologies, anyone that was waiting around at 1. That's when I was supposed to start, but punctuality has never been my strongest suit. I was late to my own birth, so I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, man, let's talk some boxing. Let's talk a little boxing. That I streamed about that on Friday. I previewed. My intention was to do a weigh-in show, but I biffed the time. But it worked out anyway because I wasn't gonna do a weigh-in stream at 5:30 on a Friday. No, thank you. I'm not Mr. fucking social life, but no, I'm not doing that. But yeah, man, I did have a good stream Friday. Shout out to everyone that came through. Talked a little boxing. I know this is, a channel that does mostly MMA, and I'm a part of the, MMA X community, whatever, MMA YouTube community. So I know mostly that's what it is, but now and again, you boy, get a little boxing talk going on. You know what I'm saying? And it was a nice change of pace. So shout out to everyone that came through Friday. Check that stream out if you haven't. And shout out to any new subscribers, man. We're back to 250. We hit 250, drop back down to 248, and now we back. Motherfuckers. What is Zach saying? Is that why you're slow? I don't know. Is that why you're timed out? I don't know. Ramos robbed. Don't coast to decision. Words of wisdom right there. We are going to talk all about that. But before I go any further, I want to give a couple shout outs. Shout outs to the people and the platforms and the barrages that fuck with your boy. First and foremost, I don't always shout this out or these guys out first, but I want to make sure that everyone knows that I do appreciate everyone in this group chat. I'm talking about the Dome. Shout out and salute to the Dome, the greatest group chat in the whole wide world. If you're not a part of it, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. But the Dome always comes through strong on my streams. They make up the vast majority of my audience. And I want to make sure that you barrages know that I appreciate it, man. Y'all are the shit. Hope y'all are having a good Monday. Hope y'all had a great weekend. Shout out to y'all. Homie Noah, even Zach Johnson, when he gets out of timeout, shout out to you, Zach. You know? Did I? Hold on. I think I might have just blocked Zach. I meant to just time him out. Hold on, let me see something. While we're just getting started here. You know what? That was karma. I didn't do that on purpose, but if I did accidentally block Zach, that was karma. It was a Freudian slip of the thumb. Let me see something though. I'm not gonna block Zach. I just wanted to time him out. New timeout links. You can now time people out. Oh, I just timed him out. Okay, got it. No, I did just time him out. Okay, because it says Zach Johnson was banned and their comments were removed. I like how it says there. Making sure to be very PC and, you know, very non-binary. Breaking news, Zach is non-binary. Don't fucking assume his gender. Don't assume Zach's gender, Noah. All right? You fucking non-binary phobe. Nah, man. Shout out to the boys. Zach's in timeout. Where I put him, and don't you ever forget it, Zach Johnson. So, we are 11 minutes in. Shout out and salute to the Dome. Next shout out. A new friend that feels like an old bud. Follow my dude, Aaron the Dog. Aaron the Dog MMA is the MMA channel. Why We Love Horror is the movie channel, the horror channel that Aaron the Dog, his fiance, and his buddy are rocking with. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. Check out their new content. I'm anxiously awaiting their next video. The first one was sick. Check it out. It lives inside. Why We Love Horror is the channel. Follow him on X. If you want to keep yourself apprised of his, he mostly tweets about, and X's, Jesus Christ, posts about movies and stuff, which he will tell you. But yeah, and you can also follow him on Letterboxd. I recently got back on Letterboxd and updated some of my, whatever you call it, my films or whatever, and I need to do some more of that. But yeah, man, shout out to my dude. He's had me as his guest host on his UFC breakdown show for the past, like 6 months. So yeah, man, that's a good dude. One of the good guys in the community, puts out excellent content, knows his shit, knows his MMA, knows his movies, and put a pin in that name right there, because we're going to circle back to that. That's not going to be the last you hear of that gentleman's name on the stream. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. And definitely subscribe to Why We Love Horror. Subscribe to Aaron the Dog MMA. Check him out. Also, big shout out and salute to the boys at Pub Sports Radio. This Thursday will be the return of the MMA Locker Room Talk podcast. That is the Pub Sports Radio podcast. I've been blessed to be the latest new member of the podcast. Very much looking forward to the return. So make sure you subscribe to Pub Sports Radio if you're not already. Check out the podcast. Spreaker has now hit 1,000 downloads on Spreaker. iHeartRadio, Spotify. Check them out. We are back on Thursday. Shout out to the boys at Pub. Shout out to my dude Big Show. He made this sick-ass overlay that you're looking at, providing a little production value to my channel. So shout out to my dude. I seen he was in them deer woods this weekend. Opening day of hunting season. I'm not a hunter myself, but I have quite a few friends that are hunters. Good luck. Big Show. Big bow. Get you one. Get you a 12-point. Man, shout out to Big Show. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for Thursday. We are going to talk UFC Vegas 80. Don't y'all worry. But first, we have to talk about Canelo versus Charlo. That's what we're about to do right now. So shout out to all those barrages, everyone in the dome, Aaron the dog, the boys at Pub. Oh, and one more shout out. People may or may not know who this dude is, but I was in his stream Saturday night for the fights. Now, I just mentioned Pub Sports Radio. Pub Sports Radio does a great fight companion and betting companion stream. They're awesome, man. There's usually 4 or 5 dudes on panel. Somebody's calling the fights. Everyone's betting on the fights. Someone's usually doing color. It's a good time. But this dude that I'm talking about, he does a one-man show. And I mean every fucking fight. Like MMA, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai. Like the dude is obsessed with combat sports. He does a kick-ass one-man show. He shouts me out every time I come in there. He's good people. He's a cool fucking dude. He's been rocking on Twitter, now X, now formerly known as Twitter. He kills it on YouTube. I gotta shout this guy out. You may know who I'm talking about, but if you don't, check this dude out, man. He just like I don't think I've ever even streamed with him, but he's just like he always puts me over every time I come and do a stream. And I just go in there to shoot the shit with him and talk fights, but you gotta check this guy out, man. Subscribe to and I'm not going to waste your time with the emojis, but man, if y'all aren't already, and Jay Smooth is one of the coolest dudes in the community, the MMA X community, whatever. He's hilarious. I think he used to box, but I don't want to be presumptuous about that. But I feel like he said he used to box. In any case, man, he definitely knows his shit. He's a great play-by-play commentator. And like I said, it's a one-man show. He's running the show, running the live chat, doing the commentary. So yeah, man, shout out to Jay Smooth. Subscribe to Rush Hour MMA if you are not already. He's another Marylander. So shout out to the DMV. Shout out to Maryland. And shout out to Jay Smooth. Subscribe to Rush Hour MMA if you're not already. I was in there Saturday night. It was a good time. And yeah, man, let's talk about these fights, dude. Let's talk about these fights. Without further ado. Oh, yeah, also follow your boy on Topology. And let me change that. X. Follow me on X. Great marketing, Elon. You fucking autistic nerd. Good job. X. I just want to like simplify it. Make it like a one-stop shop for everything. Yeah, change the name. We'll come up with something better than X. That's so fucking lazy and like he must be doing the marketing himself because let's see, what am I looking for? Yes, the Canelo. Yeah. Here we go. Yes, if you're just joining me, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Smash the like button. And smash the like button even if you are subscribed to the channel. Canelo versus Charlo recap. It was a good fight card. I enjoyed the fights. Nice little change of pace. There were 7 fights total. 3 fights on the prelims, 4 fights on the main card. Decent little fight card. It was a Showtime and PBC production, Premier Boxing Champions. That is Al Heyman's fight promotion, fight stable, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it was a pretty good fight card. So, like I said, this was Canelo versus Charlo. It was for Canelo Alvarez's undisputed 168-pound titles. He is Thanos at 168. Iron Man Charlo was moving up to challenge him, as he is the Thanos of 154. So we're going to go through the fights one by one, bottom to top. I'll tell you what I thought about them and what I think about these fighters moving forward. Overall, yeah, there were good fights. A couple fights went down kind of like I thought they would. And I'll definitely talk about the main event. So don't go anywhere. Settle in. Pack a bowl. Probably don't crack a beer. It's like 2:00 in the afternoon. Now, if you just got done working or something, yeah, but it's 2:00, boys. You know, probably drink water or coffee at this point, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, settle in. How do you fucking figure, wise guy? Who's this guy? Trying not to authorize a lockdown without a House meeting. What are you talking about? You fucking wish, sir. You wish, smarty pants. What's up, though, Lobby? What are you doing? What are you vaping on? You called main event being snoozer of the night. Did I? I told you. Hey, I called a couple things, man. I called a couple things right, dude. So yeah, Lobby, I give you your props for your correct picks, but you are not going to rain on my fucking parade, sir. I'll have you know. But what's up, Lobby? Come on up in here. Pull up a seat. Smoke something, vape something, which boy 2 cents. How was your weekend? I hope it was good. Yes. Don't worry. I'm going to give you all your pretty little flowers. Don't you worry your sweet little head about that, Lobby. You going to get them. But not yet. We got to go in order. Always gotta make your grand entrance, don't you? I was hedging with Canelo, sir. Sir! You know I was hedging with Canelo. Cushman's nice, dude. That's one of my favorites. I like it. Let's fucking go. Yes, you did. I know. If you will let me get to that point, I won't. Yes, indeed. Yes. Yes, quite right. Now, if we can we all just keep it real at the exact same time? The first fight on this card was Terrell Gashwe, Gusha, however you pronounce that last name, Gisha, tuning up Keandre Leatherwood. Gausha, way more experienced guy, fought a high level competition. He rocked Keandre a few times. I can't remember if he dropped him or not. I did not watch this fight intently. I was kind of tooling around the house and getting settled for the evening. So, yeah, I figured Gausha was Gausha winning this thing. I picked him to win. I thought he might knock him out, but yeah, it's Terrell Gausha. I was right about this one, but this is one of those where it doesn't really tell me much about Vosdick. Vosdick is a good fighter. He only has one loss to Beterbiev. So that's not like a bad loss at all, but I still kind of have question marks about him. Like he's what, 36, 37. He took all that time off and he looks fine. He looks good, but it doesn't tell me much when he's fighting a guy like Isaac Rodriguez, who's just there. That dude was there for Vosdick to just keep, getting back into the swing of things. So I still just don't know what I'm getting from the guy. It's just weird. It's like, I understand that you took this time off, and it's probably smart that you don't want to jump right back into it. It's like, no, give me the fucking Arthur rematch. It's like, I get that. I get that that's not a smart thing to do. Because I don't know, man. I hope that he's not building back up to that. I'm kind of like, dude, are you really thinking that you're going to like gather up all your minerals and like challenge it wasn't a completely one-sided fight. Like Vosdick won some rounds off Beterbiev, but at the end of the day, I still think it's the same result. Now, like Artur is a little bit older. He always will be, but dude, power's the last thing to go. It's not going anywhere. So yeah, it is. I don't know where Vosdick goes. Because all roads at that weight class either lead to Bivol or Beterbiev, and like Vosdick ain't gonna be neither one of them. He's not gonna be Beterbiev again. He certainly won't be Bivol. So I just like, I don't know. What do you think, Lobby? What if you were Vosdick's manager or his promoter? What would you do next for him? Genuine question. Take a fucking ridiculous dab, dong a dab to the skull. I need some lobby wisdom. I need some lobby aftermatch. What would you do next with Vosdick? Don't you fucking say Beterbiev rematch. I know you like to fucking wind me up, but come on, man. What do you think? Because it's like, it's kind of tough for him. Just another, like, I mean, you can just keep lining up these cans. Like, Vosdick is better than, 85% of the division. But at a certain point, it's like, you're going to run it. All roads lead to Artur Beterbiev, or Dimitri Bivol. Period. And it's looking like it's just going to be Bivol moving forward. At some point, Beterbiev is going to retire. And I don't know if, I mean, goddamn, I've been talking about Bivol and Artur fighting each other since 2018. Boys, it's been 5 years. When are you Russian motherfuckers going to fight each other? I know you're old buds, but come on now. Enough is enough. I can't give Merab and Aljo all this shit. And I know they're not training partners or anything, but come on, man. Don't do this Brazilian. Like, I'm not saying all Brazilian fighters do this, but, it's become a little bit of a cliche. And it is kind of like that with Russian boxers and Russian fighters. Sometimes they don't want to fight each other. It's their countryman. I get it. But at the same time, like, this is bigger than that. And now I feel like, because Beterbiev is still one of the best, yes, like, that fight does still have merit and there is some interest, but it's like, it's only going to be that way for so long. There is a shelf life on Artur Beterbiev, and it is like the bill is almost coming due. At some point, Father Time will take over, and he will look all of a sudden look like 40. The power ain't going anywhere, but you know, Father Time is fucking undefeated, boys. It's a cliche for a reason. So I don't know. What do you think, Lobby? What do you think for Vosdick? I mean, he kind of is one. That's a funny joke, but no, it's pretty sure the G is silent and it's just Vosdick. Gavozdik, Vosdick. Joe Smith Zerto winner. Not bad. I like it. Oh, well, excuse the fuck out of me. Don't let me keep you. Don't let me keep you. All right, Lobby, later, dude. Canelo will KO Benavidez. Let's fucking go. Now, I like that. When see, and dude, I want to talk about this fight too, but yeah, man. When Lobby and I are on the same page in boxing, good things tend to happen. Shout out to you, Lobby, man. Have a good day. Appreciate you stopping by. Later, Tater. Feed him to Donna but no, I like that. The Joe Smith Gilberto Ramirez winner. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's a good shout. Good shout, Lobby. I like that. I feel like that's very appropriate. Tatis, yeah. That's not bad either. Shout to the general, the homie, my dude. Sup, player? What you doing? Texas in here strong. Shout out to the whole Texas. Yeah, man. So yeah, I like all those suggestions, man. So we'll see what happens moving forward from there. So generally just in time, talking the boxing that happened this weekend, talking fisticuffs, boxeo. Did I not tell y'all that this dude is a fucking fraud? Frank the Fraud Sanchez has to weather a storm produced by Scott Alexander. He has to weather the Scott Alexander storm to prevail. Dude, I'm just start naming off heavyweights and I'll tell you when to stop. Because if you start from the top going down, top 5 to top 10 make fucking mincemeat out of Frank Sanchez. This dude is a fucking fraud, man. He's a good hammer. Oh my God, is he a bad nail? And he is just, he's fighting. His best win is FA. And I'm not saying FA Jogbe is trash. But FA has, I have question marks and I see red flags from him. Same with Sanchez, man. And people are going to pass that off like, oh, it's heavyweight boxing, anything happen. You do. Like, man, yes. I know it's hard, it's heavyweight boxing. Anybody can get one punch change into a fight. One punch and change. Dude, you give him buzzed by Scott Alexander. This look, let me pull this. Let me pull this shit up. This is the I'm gonna. These are the boxing rankings, the current boxing rankings. And actually, believe it or not, I feel that for boxing anyway, the best place to check out I mean, Box Live isn't bad, but I'm not a big fan of the way their webpage is set up. I think Wikipedia's isn't bad. They have it kind of like a table with columns and rows and like, hey, this is, they go each uh sanctioning body has a fucking column, and then the rankings of the rows, and it's just I like the way they set it up. Considering there's so many fucking belts and shit, like the rankings are ridiculous. So it's nice to at least see like who's ranking who what. You can see them side by side. All right. These are, and for the most part, it's the same guys, right? Fury, Usyk, Wilder, AJ. We know the big names, right? We know the big names. You just stop me when you tell me a heavyweight that you think Frank Sanchez can beat. Stop me anytime. Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, oh my God. Fury would make Sanchez look so fucking stupid and foolish. Oh my God. Usyk would put on a masterclass performance. Drop him, probably wouldn't finish him. Deontay Wilder would put that motherfucker into a wooden box in 4 fucking rounds. Maybe less. Because Frank Sanchez would probably be aggressive with Wilder. And when you're aggressive with Wilder, the way Sanchez hangs his chin out there, oh my God. Wilder would fucking have that dude fucking astral projecting in 3 to 4 rounds. Andrew Ruiz would knock him out. Anthony Joshua would probably get buzzed by Frank Sanchez. Anthony Joshua would probably get dropped and then end up knocking Sanchez out in like the 8th round. And it would be like, Anthony Joshua, the heart he displayed to come back after getting dropped by Sanchez to come back. AJ really, he had to pick himself off. It's like, it would be one of those. I think Arslan Beck would fuck him up. I think Mahmudov would fuck him up. I think Dylon would give him the fucking business. I think Dylon would chin check him. And that would be another one where he probably hurts Dillian. But I think Dillian White would end up knocking him out. Joseph Parker would probably win a decision. Joseph Parker would probably outbox him. The only dudes that I think he can beat, I mean, maybe Ortiz because he's so old, but if this was 5 years ago, Ortiz would put him. If this was 2018 Ortiz that was in the first Wilder fight, they wouldn't make it. He would obliterate Frank Sanchez. So maybe you make Ortiz. They ain't going to make Hrgovic. Not if I wouldn't do that. Not if they want Sanchez to actually be anything. Hrgovic will fuck him up. Zhang would fuck him up. I don't see that many ranked heavyweights that he would beat. I don't know much about Agit Kabayel. Otto Wallen just pulled off an upset. Dude, I don't even know if he would beat either big baby. I think that's probably a more appropriate fight, though. I think the next fight, probably Jared Anderson. But I think the big babies need to settle it. I think it needs to be Jarrell Miller versus Jared Anderson. Who's the real big baby? You could market the fuck out of that. They're both kind of like middling, barely ranked jobbers. Like, I think that's what I think you make Jared Anderson versus Jarrell Miller. And I think Jarrell Miller could actually win that fight. But anyways, man. Yeah, Otto Wallen just beat Gassiev, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Like, Otto Wallen, Gassiev, Agit might even fuck him up. Bacoli, somebody like that, dude. Dude. I mean, Fury and Usyk are about to fight for undisputed. And shout out to them, man. Shout out to both of them. Tyson Fury, Usyk, good shit. Come on. I mean, it's only right. Wilder, I fucking dare them to make Wilder versus Sanchez. That ain't gonna happen either. Wilder's either about to fight Anthony Joshua. I thought he was gonna fight Andy Ruiz, but that never happened. I think he fucks both of them up. Wilder, I don't know what he's gonna do. But I think they need to make the Joshua fight. But I still think I said Joshua was pussy to fight him 5 years ago. I still think he's pussy to fight him today. I think Joshua has been like sifting through the last little bit of big names that he can beat. He's like, you struggling with Usyk, a dude that's huge like Fury and that can box and has power. Usyk doesn't have power. Not really. Not heavyweight power. He has like I don't know, man. He's a volume puncher. He would fuck Frank Sanchez up though. Usyk would style on Frank Sanchez and probably knock him out. I don't know though, man. Frank Sanchez, yeah, I don't know what the fuck you do with him. Journeyman Scott robbed. Oh, he would dust Sanchez. They're not going to make that. Not if they know it's good for him. Mommy, where's Daddy? What's up, Jimmy? What are we doing? I think JP could style on him too, man. Parker he's done at the top, but I mean, he's not that old. I just think he's kind of shell shocked a little bit, kind of gun shy. I think the White fight took a lot out of him. I think that was Dillian White, or maybe it was I forget who knocked him out. Somebody just knocked him out real bad. Was it? It was Dylon or Joe Joyce? I can't remember. Joe Joyce knocked him out real bad. Yep, that's right. That's what got Joe Joyce that Xylee Zhang fight. Lord have mercy. But yeah, I mean, that's not a bad fight to make. Parker versus Frank Sanchez. I don't know. Oh my God. And I mean, that's not a bad fight, right? Old Joe Joyce versus Sanchez. Fraud versus fraud, dude. Let's go. I actually don't mind that. Joe Joyce versus Sanchez. I almost feel like Otto Vollen deserves a bigger fight than that. Otto Vollen fought Tyson Fury. He just beat Gassiev, a dude that Usyk fought, had a reasonably competitive fight with. I mean, he clearly won, but I'm just saying, like, I think Vollen deserves a bigger fight. I'd like to see Otto Vollen versus, let's see, Otto Vollen versus Dylon. Jared, yeah, you could make Jared Anderson versus. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if people think it's a ridiculous matchup. I want to see Big Baby versus Big Baby. Who is the real, true fucking Big Baby? Jarrell Miller versus Jared Anderson. One of you motherfuckers is going to drop that name. Whoever loses that fight is dropping the Big Baby name. They need to fight for that name. They can market the fuck out of that. Neither one of them. Jarrell Miller has been talking about he needs this big fight, that big fight, and has done nothing to warrant it. Nothing. Fucking shit. He's a loudmouth drug cheat. Jared Anderson is another dude that I think is being overhyped, but he's going to just take Jarrell. Like, dude, you say whatever you want about Jarrell Miller, but I'm pretty sure he's either undefeated or he has one loss. No, he's undefeated. He was a kickboxer too. Much more experienced. So, yeah, he's kind of a clown. He's a drug cheat, but like he would dude, he would beat the Christ out of me. He would fucking kill me. But he's kind of a goofball. Like in the boxing community, boxing heads, Big Baby's kind of a joke. But he's more experienced than Jared Anderson. So they need to settle that shit. If I was Big Baby Miller, I would be beating that motherfucker's door down. Oh, you think you're Big Baby, motherfucker? I mean, he's this big New York dude. I'm surprised that that Big Baby has not made a fucking stink about that and forced that fight. But we'll see, man. I don't know. Anyways, let's press forward. What'd you think about this one, Noah? What'd you think about Elijah Garcia? Shout out to you too for the pick. I just tailed Noah on that pick. I'd never seen Resendez fight. Noah was saying that he looked like a jobber, said he'd seen him once before. I didn't know much about Garcia either. What did you think about that fight? So yeah, you see the banner there. I thought Garcia looked okay. It seemed like one of those fights. I'd like to see him against a little bit better of a fighter because he has boxing skills. He clearly, he's pretty good offensively. Defensively, he was getting hit, but he was rolling with the punches way more than Resendez. Resendez was just eating them straight and getting his head snapped back. Like he would just march forward with a high guard, but he wouldn't move his head at all. So anytime Garcia went to hit him, it was just like a heavy bag right in place. Just boom, 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 boom. So it was clear who was winning the rounds in the fight. And at some point, like the fifth, sixth round, he kind of started to dog walk him. He was starting to style on him a little bit. Like he'd throw 1-2, pivot off the counter, showboat a little bit, turn him when he off, kind of just dance around him, do the bull matador thing. That was starting to happen in the fifth, sixth, and they stopped him in the eighth. I just want to see him against better competition because it was clear that Garcia knew that he was the better fighter. He started to realize this dude doesn't have shit for me. The fourth, fifth round, he had already Resendez had hit him a couple times and it just won't do shit. He didn't respect the firepower coming back. He was kind of toying with him a little bit. He won't be able to get away with some of the stuff that he's doing against the higher level competition. But I also think that he will take it more seriously, probably. Like I said, I think he knew that he was okay, I'm the better guy. Let me just style on this dude a little bit. But yeah, I mean, looks decent though. I'll say that. I don't think he looked bad or anything. But it was okay. Right before he stopped him, it was getting to the point okay, are you going to get this fucking dude out of here? What? And then he did. So it was whatever. Easiest pick on the card. Wish the ref let him get highlight read. He was about to, instead of letting him completely complain about early. Dude, you got send, man. No one knows this, but for anybody that doesn't, or anyone that's doesn't watch boxing as much as MMA, y'all have to understand that there have been way more deaths in boxing. Now, yes, it's been around for a lot. It's been around for 100 years, longer than the sport, the televised sport of the organized televised sport of MMA has. Yes, I know technically it goes back to Greece at the beginning of time in MMA. I'm talking about the sport, where there's a set of rules, sanctioning body, organized event. It hasn't been around as long. So there's that. And also, yeah, I mean, you're just getting hit more. It's just more impact. And because the padding is a little bit more, they end up taking a little bit more punishment. So I'm getting to a point. My point is they stop fights earlier. A good boxing ref is not going to let you get highlighted. They're going to stop it like a punch or two before your ass gets slept. Now, sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes it's just like you're in there with a dude that just fucking cracks. You're in there with Wilder or fucking Better BF, and it's just like the ref can't get there in time. You just 1 second you're fine, the next second you're fucking sleeping. Like Tank with Leo Santa Cruz is just like he just one punched him. But when you've been watching a dude get beat on for like 3 or 4 rounds, not really throwing that much back, when they get put against the ropes and start getting teed off on, and in boxing too, it's the fucking Marquis of Queensberry rules, gentlemen. This is a gentleman's sport. There's no crotch sniffing. There's no ankle grabbing. You stand like a man and punch your way out of it or get punched out. No, I'm joking about the stand like a man. Just joking around. Don't come for my fucking head, MMA barrages. I love MMA too. I'm just saying, just joking around. But for real, my point is there's only one way out in boxing. Pretty much. You got to punch your way out. When the ref sees you not punching, you've been getting your ass beat for 3 or 4 rounds, and you ain't Cassius Clay against the ropes, playing rope-a-dope, when you're just against the ropes, high guard, getting teed off on by a dude that's been whooping the fuck out of you for 4 rounds, the ref knows what time it is. So, I mean, boxers do that all the time. They complain, oh, what the fuck? You'd early stop. It's like, dude. I'm pretty sure he'd hit the deck before, too. I'm pretty sure he hit the deck in that round. Especially that you've already been down. They're going to waive it. Because he was about to get highlight reel KO. Because you see that a lot in boxing. Like, a dude will be against the ropes. A dude will throw 20 to 30 punches. And that was the point I was just trying to make. Like, they don't have to worry about you like, oh shit, he's just waiting for his opportunity to like hit a takedown. Nah. The only way out is to punch. And if you ain't punching back and you just getting teed off on, eventually, if your hands start to go down, there's nothing to save you but the ref. Against a man that's like the better fighter, you can't die for the ankles. Even holding on isn't working. That's my point. The ref saw that. He's dude. No one wants to be the ref when, God forbid, the boxer dies. And they're like, oh, who was the ref in that fight that didn't stop it? And there's actual like recent examples of boxers tragically dying. R.I.P. Patrick Day. R.I.P. Maxim Dadashev. You know, look at Pritchard. Tragic. I see you. If the writing is on the wall, a good boxing ref. All right, that's enough. Yeah, I've seen enough. Yeah, exactly, dude. He dropped him nasty too. I think it was a left hook. It's like a counter left hook, just set him right down. Yeah. Hey, dude, good shout. Appreciate it. Exactly, dude. So that's what I thought about that. Now, I do want to see Garcia against a better fighter because I think it could potentially bring more out of him. But it was like he knew, he's like, okay, I don't have to like try 100,000% to beat this guy. I'm just better than him. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's fucking go. Shout out to, is it L or La? Las Teca? LS Teca? I think it's LS Teca. LS Teca. Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios whooped that ass, dude. Beat the fuck out of Ugas. Dropped him twice. Once with what? Oh, the building blocks of boxing life. The first and most important punch. The power jab that Ugas walked right the fuck into. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Dropped him with a power jab. Then he dropped him, what, a counter left hook, right? Dropped him nasty. Went down bad. Nearly shut his eye. I thought the doctor was going to stop that. The ref kept bringing the doctor in. Hey, that was a good ref too, man. That was a good ref. I was getting a little like, dude, quit stopping it. Like, you're giving Ugas a chance to like rest and recover. It's like, nah, he was that eye was getting nasty, dude. And Ugas was kind of doing some things that were like definitely some like shady vet tactics. He was hitting like right at the end of the bell and like afterwards. This isn't a dirty thing, but he was trying to steal the rounds at the very end too. Like, he would get whooped for the whole round, and then with like 5 seconds left, he would try and wing some massive like right hand, and where even if it's partially blocked, maybe it steals on the round. He was trying to do the Canelo shit. He was trying to be basically like a poor man's Canelo, but he's too old. He doesn't really have the power. Like, Ugas has a ton of fights and has what, like 12 knockouts maybe. He's not a one-punch guy. And that was kind of like, to the announcers' points, I thought the announcers were pretty terrible for the most part, but they were right about this. Like, at a certain point, it's like, Ugas is down by so much, and he's been dropped that, like, he's going to need a knockout. Like, him trying to steal these rounds with, like, some overhand, it's not working. Like, I told y'all Barrios had a chin. Tank Davis, dude, you just can't, like, cultivate Sandtown Winchester power. That kind of shit, you can't cultivate Deontay Wilder power. You can't cultivate Better Beef power or Monster Anyway power. They just have it, dude. That is just God. That is just given by the gods, dude. But like, yeah, Ugas doesn't have it. He's a good fighter. He's a good boxer. Good Cuban boxer. Good inside fighter. But Barrios is a good inside fighter too, man. So some of the things that Ugas could do in other fights, also, granted, he was a little bit younger, but like, with a taller guy, you gotta reach a little bit more to land that uppercut. And Barrios, they talked about during the broadcast, he learned how to fight on the inside as a shorter fighter. Then he hit his growth spurt, and it's like, oh, my head's a little bit further up. My arms are a little bit longer. I can get to these guys on the inside and hit them quicker, and my head's further away. They have to reach a little bit. Like, he's just, yeah, it was just a recipe for disaster for Ugas. And like, yeah, I had a feeling Barrios was going to get it done. So let's fucking go, boys. Shout out to the boys at Post Sports Radio in particular. Shout out to my dude, Danny Betts. He was all over Barrios. I think he might have had Barrios' decision, which is that's even slicker butthole. So, nah, man, shout out to Danny. Shout out to the boys at Pub. He had a great night. I know he fucking cashed his ass off. So, yeah, man. But yeah, Barrios gets it done. Fucks Ugas up. Hey, dude. People wanted to try and shit on Tank for Barrios.
What's his best win, Mario? Barrios? Yeah.
Yeah, not looking too bad now, is it? Not looking too bad now, huh? Barrios? Do we have another name at 147? Barrios at 147, a little healthier. Not quite as weight drained. He's tough, man. When Tank stopped him, he had never been knocked out, and I don't know how many times he had been dropped. He's tough, and at 147, looks like he's even fucking tougher. Now again, Ugas isn't a power puncher, but Ugas had a very competitive fight with Sean Porter, and I think he might have nicked that one. I think he might have edged out Sean Porter on the cards there. So that Barrios win for Tank is aging like a fine wine, like a fine Cab Franc. And I'm really excited to see who they give Barrios next. Who does Barrios fight next? I ask you. Probably just Noah. But yeah, man, shout out to Mario Barrios. Shout out to San Antonio, Southtown 101, Pub Sports Radio, Danny Betts, anybody else that was on Barrios. Noah was on Barrios, pretty sure. Fucking Lobby himself was on Barrios. Let's fucking go. I told you, dude. Lobby and me on the same page with boxing. Oh, yeah. Let's fucking go. That was a nice one, man. And that one felt good because that was one of my hedge bets. I bet Charlo. I'm going to get to that. But I hedged it with Barrios and Canelo. So I knew that right then when Barrios won, it was a great feeling because I knew that I couldn't lose. Barrios won, I couldn't lose. Because I also had a free bet on the draw. So at that point, win, lose, or draw, I'm cashing something on the main event. And that's a good feeling, man. When you can't lose with you can just kick back and watch the main event, see what happens. So it wasn't like I was like, oh, God, I really need Charlo to save my night. It was like, I was good. So, yes, Lobby, don't worry. I know you were right. I just give me a chance to get there. But let's fucking go, dude. Lobby, Danny, Noah, anybody else that was on Barrios. I can't remember everyone, but let's fucking go, boys. Catch that shit. Barrios was like a +2. I got him at +225, I think. I do believe. Oh my God, were they ever, dude? They were looking for thank you, dude, thank you. They were looking for any little fucking thing they could say. It's like, Barrios is whooping him, dude. Like, what fucking fight are y'all watching? Fucking stupid, man. Yeah, it's like, can you not see his fucking eye closing? Who's the old white dork? Like, I know I have to be a little bit more specific with that, but he was the only one that was like, I don't know, that eye with Ugas is looking pretty bad. But like Abner and whoever else, God, they were on Ugas's nutsack, man. It was like, are you not watching this? Are you not watching his face like get pounded into fucking ground beef? Like, are you not watching his eye closing? And him getting he's just getting beaten to a pulp right in front of you. He's already been down once. He's trying to steal these rounds. Like, he's doing nothing for the entire round and then trying to wing an overhand with 5 seconds left to steal. It's like, no. And they're like, well, Barrios is mostly just throwing one shot at a time. It's like, first of all, he's landing every time he throws, but he would go and fire off like a 4-punch combo too. And then they would just act like it didn't happen. All right, man, whatever. Be willfully ignorant. Act like you don't see Ugas getting his fucking ass beat right in front of you. So, yeah, man. Let's fucking go. Thank you for saying that, though, because it was really bad, man. Speaking of really bad commentary, I got some stuff to say about this one. But first, I need to drink some water. I need to repack this bowl, and I need to pee in the potty. It's intermission time. Sorry, Noah. I know you're the one person in here, and you're like, really, dude? But I do. I got to fucking piss. But I'll be back in a second. I don't blame you if you want to leave. I would certainly understand. You kick it in this chat with your boy more than a lot of people do. So shout out to you. And give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
LBRB.
All right, I'm back. What up, Noah? All right, let's talk about Lubin. and Jesus Ramos. Well, I watched it. Let me tell you what I thought. And I think you mentioned it above. In fact, I know you did. Pretty sure it was the last thing you said about it, and it's true. What's the takeaway that we learned? Noah, what's the takeaway that you and I and everyone else that saw that learned? Because I think we all learned the same lesson at the exact same time. So if we all keep it real at the exact same time, we know what just happened. And you said it. Don't coast to decisions. But I'm going to push back on one little thing. Not necessarily that you said, but just like I was saying it too. Yes, some of it was coasting, but honestly, dude, I think he got tired. I don't think that either that, if he really thought he was ahead by that much, that's just him being a greenhorn. And in fairness, he is. Now the kid's got 20 fights, but he's a kid. He's 22 years old. I don't like, that's young, man. So definitely if he thought he was up by that much and was just coasting, because he was coasting from he was coasting from like the 7th or 8th round. And I don't think all of that was just, nah, I'm up by so much. I think he got tired. He was marching forward and throwing a lot of punches. And in fairness to Lubin, tell me one time that he really hurt Lubin. I didn't see Lubin get wobbled once. And Lubin, that is the one chink in Lubin's armor, is his chin. I didn't see him get wobbled once. Not a once. So I hate to say it, but the commentary was sucking off Jesus Ramos too. The commentary was sucking off Ugas, and they were also sucking off Jesus Ramos. They just were. So at some point, like I even said it in the chat, I was like, Ramos is winning, but he's not really impressing me. Dude, I was saying that around the 7th or 8th round. And then it was just round after round after round after round after round that Lubin was just racking up, dude. So, short story long, I thought Lubin won every round from 8 to 12. I thought he won 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. That's 5 rounds, dude. Some people thought Ramos won the 12th. The 12th was a little closer, but I still thought Lubin could have won that. And I think I scored it for him live. There's no way that you can give Ramos 8, 9, 10, or 11. 7 was kind of close too. So if you get, and even I think Letterman gave Lubin like one of the early rounds, maybe the first round. So if you gave Lubin just one of those early rounds, look, if you're scoring one of those late rounds for Ramos, you're just being a Ramos fanboy. I'm not talking about, I just mean in general, anyone who listens to this, you're being a Ramos fanboy because he was just, you want to call it coasting? You want to call it taking the round off? I think the motherfucker got tired. I think he's a young gun, young go hard. He thought he was going to go in there and get Lubin up out of there, and he didn't. And he didn't really hurt him. Yes, he was marching forward, being the aggressor. He won the majority of the early rounds, but I thought the commentary was kind of sucking him off. And when Lubin would do clean work, they wouldn't say shit about it. If you look at their faces at the end, Ramos's face was more marked up. Lubin didn't look like he had a fucking scratch on him, to be perfectly honest with you. And so, yeah, like I actually scored it a draw. I scored it a draw. So, yeah, I mean, not impressed with Ramos. People can say whatever they want about Jermell Charlo. They can talk whatever shit they want about Charlo and Canelo. But Charlo fucking one punched Erickson Lubin. I mean, double jab, right hand, and he melted like a fucking candle to the wax. I mean, he just melted. Involuntary muscle movements. One punch. First round. Tap, tap, boom. Good night, nurse. So, yeah, clown Charlo all you want for the Canelo fight, but people better pump the brakes on Jesus Ramos. And I did tell people that Lubin was way more live than fucking plus 350. And I bet Lubin. Now, I picked Jesus Ramos, so I'll eat the crow there on the pick. But I don't think it's crazy to think Lubin won. Just squeaked by. What did Ramos do? Have all his punches blocked? Land some partially blocked punches? I don't know, man. Lubin clearly won the second half of the fight. And Ramos won most of the first half. And I thought Lubin won the first round. So that's a fucking... It was a draw to me. Ramos didn't fucking impress me much at all. So, I don't know, man. Lubin should never have been that heavy of an underdog. Even if you think Ramos won, it was by like a round. Even if you think Ramos won the fight, it was barely. So I like, no one can say that Ramos got like daylight robbed or like that's one. I saw people on X saying that's one of the worst robberies ever. Dude, shut the fuck up. You're mad because you parlayed Jesus Ramos and you got your you know, got your little butt hurt, busted your parlay. So I don't know, man. Not impressed with Ramos. Lubin is Lubin. Like Erickson Lubin is a better fighter than people give him credit for. People give him way too hard of it. Like, dude, he hurt Fundora too. I know Fundora got knocked out by Mendoza, and the writing was on the wall, and that like he was on borrowed time with his chin and his defense and the way that he fights. But man, Lubin almost got him out of there too. And I know he ended up fucking Lubin up, but Fundora's a good fighter too, man. Mendoza was his first loss. Mendoza's about to fight Tim Tszyu. So it's levels, man. Why? This is like a causality loop where everything leads back to beasting 25-8. We're talking about MMA and boxing. Everything leads back to Corey Anderson. There's levels. There are, man. There are. Lubin is not the cream of the crop, but Lubin's a gatekeeper. If you can't beat Lubin, you ain't about to do jack shit to Jermell Charlo or Tim Tszyu. You might struggle with Tony Harrison, play boy. I don't know. That Harrison jab probably end up knocking Harrison out, but I'm just saying, dude. I am not impressed by your performance. It's crazy because he was winning. He did. I mean, he won. Like I scored the first round for Lubin. Did I can't remember. I thought it was over too. Like I was like, okay, yeah, he's like He's lost 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably. I was like, oh man, Ramos is just going to coast to a decision. And then he really did start coasting. And then he kind of just started looking tired. And Lubin was landing punches. And like Lubin swept. Like Lubin won 8 through 12 to me. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 5 rounds. I scored the first round for him. I had it a draw. And if you scored 5 or 6, 5 and 5 was a close round, I think. 5 and 6 were close rounds. I can't remember exactly, but one of those rounds was kind of close. And if you scored that for Lubin, hey, that's a Lubin win. I don't know, man. I like Ramos. The commentary was sucking him off. He really, for a dude that's like known to be chinny and Lubin, he didn't test it at all. So I'm not impressed with Ramos. Like he's 22, so I'm not gonna bury the kid like, oh, shoot, he's a fucking. I'm not calling him Frank Sanchez. I'm not gonna dog him like Sanchez, but he's got some things to work on. That's all. Yeah, I think he got tired, man. They can say he coasted, but like, how fucking stupid would you have to be to coast against a guy as experienced as Lubin? Hey. Yeah. I mean, I kind of did too, man. Like, I was on autopilot, and then I was kind of like just watching, and it was like the 7th or 8th round. I was like, oh, I think Lubin won that. And one of the, can't remember if it's Lampley or who I can't remember, dude. Where he was like, yeah, Ramos took that round off. And then I remember there was another round. It was like, yeah, Ramos took another round off. Probably not enough for Lubin to win a decision, but blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden I was like, nah, this dude's looking a little tired. If he started taking rounds off in the 8th coasting, he's an idiot. I mean, he is a greenhorn, but like, I don't think he's that stupid. I literally think the dude got tired. I think he expected to get Lubin up out of there. That's what I think. I think he was coasting. He's like, oh, at some point I'm going to knock him out. And then he didn't. And it was like, hey, Lubin, the thing with Lubin, and I said this Friday, they don't call him the hammer for nothing, boys. He's a glass cannon, but the cannon is real. Lubin's a good boxer, and he's a good counterpuncher, and he's a good inside fighter. So if you don't catch his chin, he ain't a pillow-fisted dude, man. Lubin has one-punched plenty of fighters. So, yeah. I don't think it's crazy to think Lubin won. It was a draw to me. But anyways, so like I said, I picked Jesus Ramos, so I will eat the crow there. But I bet Erickson Lubin, so hammer time. And let me take that intermission thing off, because that's over for the huge audience. I don't need a huge audience, man. Just me and Noah chopping it up. Having a casual toke. Chopping it up about the fisticuffs. Only one that's man enough to talk boxing with me. All right, dude, let's talk about it. You know it won't easy. It won't easy for me. Iron Man Charlo is one of my favorite fighters. I stood on the hill. I went down on the hill. And that's all right, man. I wasn't going to switch up, dude. Ain't a damn thing changed. I'm still a fan of Jermell Charlo. I'm not going to sugarcoat what happened. But Canelo has done that to the entirety of 168. Even if you think Jermell Charlo is a middleweight and he's a weight bully at 154, fine, he's a middleweight. He still went up a weight class and fought Canelo. So shit on him all you want. I'm going to eat the crow. I was wrong. I picked and bet Charlo. Pick was wrong. Bet burned like a fucking kiss ticket. Jam's mom torched that shit. I lost that bet. But yeah, Canelo is him. He is Thanos at 168. Might be looking at one of the greatest 168 fighters ever. Canelo's a middleweight too, to me. He's definitely not a fucking light heavyweight. And right now, I mean, he might be just a straight up fucking, he might just be the super middleweight GOAT. I don't fucking know, man. Like everyone else that was a champion at 168, Callum Smith, Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders, all good fighters, all undefeated, all young, not some dude about to fucking retire. No, all young, fucking full of vinegar and piss, undefeated champions. Canelo smoked them all. He didn't knock out Callum Smith, but he schooled Callum Smith, dude. Beat the fuck out of him. Knocked out Billy Joe Saunders, knocked out Caleb Plant, dropped Jermell Charlo, put a comprehensive beating on Charlo. Like, Charlo isn't a punk. Like I said, Charlo one-punched Erickson Lubin like it wasn't nothing, dude. Remember Iron Man 2? When he busts out the fucking lasers and just chops all those fucking robots. That's what he did to Erickson Lubin. Just first round. Dirt McGirt. That's like, he's Thanos at 154. I still think he beats Tim Tszyu. Dude, give me a nice Charlo line against Tim Tszyu. I hope Tim Tszyu, or if you listen to this, brother, beat the fuck out of Brian Mendoza, style on him in Australia, and bring all that energy back to the States. You fight Charlo in Cowboy Stadium. That's what I say. But nah, man. And Canelo's the man. He is him at 168. He is Thanos. I mean, what are you going to fucking do, man? It's Canelo. Charlo looked gun shy. I think he tasted the Canelo power. I said on Friday that he was going to have a comprehensive performance. He was not going to be able to just be the outfighter against Canelo. And that's what he tried to do. He didn't stand in the fire enough. He didn't need to do it too much, but he didn't step to Canelo enough. He hung on the back foot trying to counterpunch. That's not going to work against Canelo. It's won or had a close fight with Canelo, brought the fight to him. Triple G did it. Bivol did it. Floyd is Floyd. I mean, you're not going to be able to replicate Floyd Mayweather Jr. You just can't. But so that's kind of an out. That's kind of like a, a scratch off. But still, like, Charlo had the style to do it. He didn't implement the complete game plan. He just tried to outfight and counterpunch, and like, nah, man, you got to step to Canelo. He didn't respect Charlo's power. Charlo did crack him clean a couple times, and Canelo just ate it like nothing. The power didn't really carry up like I thought it might, so I was wrong about that. I'll eat crow there. But Canelo is just Canelo, man. But nah, dude, everyone is gonna dog Charlo now. Good, do that. Good. Think fucking Tim Tszyu is Canelo Alvarez. I wish you motherfucking would. Please give me a good line on Charlo versus Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu, if you're listening, please put a butt whooping on Brian Mendoza and come back to the States with that kind of, because this is what's going to happen. Tim Tszyu is going to beat Brian Mendoza and be like, I'm the actual champion. You have to fight me in Australia. Bullshit. Bullshit. Charlo is the fucking champion. Charlo has all the belts. If you do have a belt now, it's a Fugazi paper belt. You didn't do nothing to earn that. So yeah. But no, Tim seems to be a solid dude. He knows what time it is. Cut the bullshit. Fight Charlo in Vegas or Cowboy Stadium, and we'll see what's up. We'll see what's up, dude. We'll see what's really fucking good. Because people are going to fucking pancake on Charlo now. People are going to be like, oh, yeah, he fucking got whooped by Canelo. Tim Tszyu ain't no fucking Canelo. Tell you that right now. Bet. Have y'all seen a pissed off Charlo before? Have y'all seen Charlo coming off a loss? What he does to people? The vitriol that he displays? Have y'all seen that before? Lord have mercy. Charlo's next opponent is going to fucking get it. I hope it's Tim Tszyu. Charlo's next opponent is going to fucking get it. He went up. That's like shitting on Charlo for the Canelo fight is like shitting on Canelo for Bivol. It's corny. Yes, Charlo got whooped. He was gun shy. He didn't take the fight to Canelo. You want to say he fought scared? Fine. He didn't have it. Canelo was the better man. So what? It's Canelo. It's Saul Berrigan. What are you going to fucking do? Unless you're Bivol or Better Biev or Usyk or some fucking heavyweight, you ain't doing jack fucking shit to Canelo. Nobody at 168 or down is going to do nothing, Nathan, nada to Canelo Alvarez. Not no David Benavidez, not no fucking nobody. David Benavidez went 12 rounds with Caleb Plant. Big bad Mexican monster David Benavidez went 12 rounds with Caleb Plant. Y'all see what Canelo did to Caleb Plant? Yeah. Yeah. Give me a decent Canelo Alvarez money line versus David Benavidez. Please. I'm begging you. Because people are going to fucking haters, believe it or not, as crazy as this sounds, some people are going to do this. I'm not, most people are not, but some people are going to do this shit. Some people are going to shit on Canelo and be like, oh, that dude that was smaller than him, Canelo couldn't even knock him out. Blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. Canelo is going to dust David Benavidez. Dust him. And I'm kind of starting to lean towards the lobby side of things with this. I think he might knock that motherfucker out. Like, just saying, man. So, yeah, it's still war Iron Man Charlo. You ain't doing shit to Charlo 154. Fucking bring it, Tim Tszyu. I wish you, dude, please give me a good Charlo money line on that fight. So, Tim Tszyu, please put a whooping on Brian Mendoza and come back thinking Charlo. Come back thinking Charlo's something sweet because he got beat by Canelo. Can you imagine what Canelo would do to Tim Tszyu? Oh, my fucking sweet Lord above. And I told you, Jackie boy, I'm sorry. I love you, dude, but I told you Charlo had a beard, man. I hope you didn't bet Canelo. People were trying to get cute with that Canelo by KO. Dude, and you can say whatever. Charlo fought scared. Whatever. Canelo still got to him, cracked him, dropped him. He still can get him out of there. So, yeah. Jermell Charlo's tough. He's got a beard. I'm sorry. Tim Tszyu don't hit like Canelo. Fuck he does. Yeah, exactly. He was never going to win with that strategy. Triple G was like the Avengers, but he's old now. Gennady got old. How would I line Canelo versus Benavidez? I would make Canelo a minus 250 to minus 300 favorite, probably. If I was being a bookie, honestly, I think he's going to look like a minus 500, minus 600. But yeah, I'm thinking minus 300, minus 350, maybe minus 250. Canelo's the favorite. How can you favor Benavidez after Canelo's experience, him cleaning out the division and having a more impressive performance against Benavidez? I mean, against Plant than Benavidez. Having a more impressive performance against Plant than Benavidez. He drops him. Probably doesn't put him out, but he sets him down. Brother, Wilder, Deontay Wilder. I joke about being gifted by the gods. Deontay Wilder does have demigod power. I've said that on YouTube for 5 years. No one's pushing me off that square. Like the boxing gods touched Deontay Wilder's right hand. It's touched by an otherworldly force because it's otherworldly power. With a 12-ounce boxing glove on. Huge fucking dudes, like massive dudes, just crumble. A guy like Canelo, nah, he'll set him down. Think about who's the hardest dude Canelo's been punched by? Triple G. You know? We're talking about here. 160, 168 pound dudes. Wilder like 215. And that reach and that godlike power clean punch, he'll set him down. On the chin. Wilder gets a clean 1-2 on Canelo on the chin, he's going down. Maybe not out cold, but he'll set him down. You can't get in the ring with Wilder and not get set down. Even if you don't get knocked out. Everyone's gotten knocked down. Everyone. Tyson Fury fought Wilder 3 times. He had to get off the canvas 4 fucking times. Tyson Fury, who I consider to be the greatest heavyweight boxer right now, had to get off the canvas 4 fucking times against Wilder. You get in the ring with Wilder, you're going to hit the fucking deck. Period. And if you ain't the best, you probably ain't getting up. Not everyone is the Gypsy King. Not everyone has the Gypsy Irish Traveler magic. If it wasn't for that, it wasn't. Dude. I mean, you tell me, man. I don't know how else to explain it. No one else is getting up. No one else has gotten up. Yeah. I mean, he's gonna fight Jamal Plant. I mean, after Pimp slapping him like that, backstage, filmed, everyone saw it. Like, ooh, like he's got to fight him. Jamal has to fight Caleb Plant, and that'll be fun. Jamal versus Caleb Plant's gonna be a fun fight. Jermell, I think Plant's too big for him. I think Plant's a little bit too big for Jermell. But Big Charlo versus Caleb Plant will be fun. That'll be real fun. I think people are going to automatically assume that Caleb Plant is going to whoop Jermall Charlo. I don't know if that's necessarily the case, man. Like, I think Plant will be favored. You have to favor Plant, especially after catching Jamal like that. But Jamal Charlo does hit hard, and Caleb Plant is not some iron-chinned dude. He's hit the deck before. He got hurt by Uzcategui. He got buzzed by Benavidez. He's not invincible. So that's Jamal Charlo versus Caleb Plant is a fucking good fight. People have been wanting Charlo to move up to 168 forever.
You're a weight bully.
They've been bitching about the Charlo twins being weight bullies forever. So enough. I think they're making the fight. I think it's in the works now, or they're starting to. Caleb Plant's been chirping about it a lot. And I think you have to. If you're Charlo, come on, dude. That one's for honor, dude. That one's for your fucking honor. That one's for your fucking manhood. For real. You can say whatever you want, but Jamal Charlo ain't looking too good in them streets. Not that people give a fuck about that, but I'm just saying, dude. If I was Charlo, that is the only fight I would want. For me, homie, you already know I'm going to be trying to zero in on the rounds for Fury. Ngannou's not making it past 6. If he does, it's not going to happen though. I've been seeing Francis hit them pads. He's way too slow. Why everything? Time is a flat circle, and it always leads you back to beasting 25-8. All roads lead back to beasting 25-8. Why? 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 Why is that my life? Why do I keep ending up back here at quoting fucking Corey Anderson? Why? Tell me, Noah. You're smarter than me. You know more about science stuff. Tell me why that is. Explain that to me. You're probably gonna say something logical about me doing it myself, and you don't have to talk about Corey. Yeah, whatever. It keeps leading me back here. I don't know. It's not. No, because they're already booking Usyk versus Fury, but they can. And Ngannou doesn't make it 6 rounds. He's too slow. And I'm sorry, your first boxing match against the greatest heavyweight of our generation, he's going to be nervous, dude. He's going to be throwing big. Let's say he lands something and drops Fury. I'm sorry, he's not like Wilder. Even Wilder, he put him down before he got off the canvas 4 times. Ngannou is not going to one-punch him to sleep, even if he drops him. Francis is absolutely going to get tired. He doesn't have the experience. Francis has like maybe 50 amateur boxing matches, maybe. Tyson has hundreds. It's literally in his DNA. His dad was a boxer. Pretty sure his dad before him was a boxer. He'll fucking tell you all about it. He comes from a fighting family. Every man in his breed is a fighting man. Like, Fury's tough. He's got the reach. He knows how to use his weight. He knows how to use his reach. He's a good inside fighter. Sugar Hill Stewart has turned him into a boxer puncher. He can box. He can punch. He's got good training. He has experience. He's been in there 3 times with Wilder. He's not scared of anyone. You think Francis Ngannou, a dude that was getting like buzzed by Stiopich, is gonna worry Tyson Fury in the squared circle? Tyson Fury was clowning Klitschko, who was like the man at the time. And Fury was like goofing on him. He was like clowning in there and making him look stupid. Making Klitschko miss big, punching him, countering him with the jab, clinching up with him. Klitschko would get pissed. Fury like frustrated the fuck out of him. Clearly beat him. The man that beat the man. To be the man, you got to beat the man. He beat the man. He's the lineal champion. No one has taken those belts from Fury. So Francis can get butthurt all he wants to. I respect Francis Ngannou. I'm not mad at Francis one fucking bit for getting that bag. Get your money, player. But make no mistake about it, you're also going to get knocked out. Now, yes, Tyson Fury has been known to pull a stunt or two, but with this on the line, knowing that he has Usyk already booked, he's going to get Francis out of there in short order. He's going to show him the difference. He's not going to get embarrassed by an MMA dude when he has undisputed on the line. He's going to destroy Francis. If Francis makes it, honestly, if Francis makes it 5, I'll be surprised. I'll be betting Tyson Fury absolutely rounds 1 through 6. I'll have Tyson Fury by KO, probably parlayed with something. I'll have Tyson Fury 1 through 3. It'll be in there. Francis doesn't have the experience. He's going to maybe make it 3-4 rounds. As soon as Tyson starts landing, and it's like all he can do is punch, he can't try and wrestle. It's like, no, you're not. No, none of this grappling shit. Hey, break, box. Punch, break, box. Tyson can knock him out. No, he's going to make a statement. I mean, he will toy with him a little bit for a little bit, but knowing that he has Usyk booked, Fury's a character, but you see what he does when he's serious. Fury's a character, dude. He's literally an amateur stand-up comedian. I've listened to his comedy routine. Like he's not, he's a little hacky, but that he's funny stand-up comedians. My point is he's a character. He's funny. He has the riz, as the kids like to say. He can sing a little bit, for God's sake. He's a character, but when he's serious, he's mustard. When he's the best. Who's beat him? Who beat him? Who beat Tyson Fury? I still contend that I think Wilder knocked him out. He used fucking gypsy. He cheated and used fucking gypsy magic to revive himself. Fucking bullshit. But other than that, dude, who beat him? Who beat Tyson Fury? That's what I thought. Be like, Steve Cunningham dropped him. What did Tyson Fury do to Steve Cunningham? Knocked him on his fucking face. And still the only dude to knock out Steve Cunningham. Steve USS Cunningham. The cruiserweight that dropped Tyson Fury. Tyson got off the canvas and is still the only man to knock out Steve Cunningham. You run tell that. Tyson whooped his fucking ass, dude. And people be like, he used his forearm. Did you see what happened before that? He was counter-punching the living Christ out of Steve Cunningham. So just fucking slip and rip. Pull counters. He was fucking him up, man. But, yeah. He got dropped by Steve Cunningham. He got dropped 4 times in 3 fights with Wilder, and he knocked out Wilder twice. Come on now. He's the best. Who's more dangerous than Deontay? Nobody. Nobody. Nobody, baby. Fury and Wilder are the fucking mans. Fury's the man. Wilder's the shit, too. Those are the 2 best heavyweights. Their trilogy is the best heavyweight trilogy that's been in the last since fucking Lewis and Tyson. That wasn't a trilogy, it was 2 fights. But still, man, yeah. They're the best. Fury and Wilder are the 2 best heavyweights, 1 and 2. Who want what? Who want what with Tyson Fury? Who want what with Deontay Wilder? You're going to get it. You're going to get dusted. Wilder puts you in a fucking wooden box. Fury make you look stupid and then probably put you in the same box. Because that's what people think with Wilder now.
He got whipped by Tyson Fury.
Like, look what happens when he gets in there with anybody else. Took Anthony Joshua 7 or 8 rounds to get Helenius out of there. Wilder got him out of there with 1 fucking punch. The first punch he landed put Robert Helenius in a catatonic state. First punch, boom, out. Who want what with Deontay Wilder? Who want what with the Gypsy King? Give me a decent Fury against Usyk. Please. Please. If there's a God, Usyk ain't doing shit. Ain't doing Clay Davis shit to Tyson Fury. Nothing. Nathan. Nada. I'll be tempted to bet Fury by KO in that fight. Yep. I'm saying, dude. Saying, dude. Tell him again. I don't think they heard you. Now, Silogan, oh my God, he's the machine for a strike. Yes, he's good for the strike. Silogan, man. I love Silogan. Oh my God, he's my favorite for that. He's my favorite heavyweight for that. But he ain't a Tyson Fury in the boxing ring? What? Russell Westbrook? What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Like, what's that? Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou? What's this? This ain't enough. Make it enough. All right. Fury KO round 3. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling the Tyson Fury 3rd round KO is what I keep hearing. When I close my eyes and think about it, that's what popped 3. 3rd round. Tyson toys with him, shows him the difference. 3rd round, puts him away. I just think Francis is going to gas himself out. And I hope he comes in there pissed off too, because it'll just happen even quicker. Like, he's going to unravel at a certain point. Francis will start to unravel. Look at how he fights in the UFC. Look at how wild he gets in the UFC. If he tries doing that against Fury, Tyson is just going to... Oh, my God, dude. He is going to roll under a punch, pivot off, and just hit the angle on him. Oh, my God. Dude. Yeah. Tyson Fury by KO inside 6. Anywhere from 3 to 5 is probably what I'm thinking. We'll see, though, man. But, yeah. Sorry, Francis. I love you, dude. I respect Francis Ngannou. I think Francis kind of gets disrespected as the UFC champion and disregarded, but nah, man, it's a different sport. I'm happy that he's getting the bag, though. I am. Genuinely. I'm happy for Francis. He's gonna get generational money off this. Boxing, I mean, it'll be the same shit. Now, striking, ooh, that would be interesting. That's one where it's like, okay, we're gonna do like a hybrid boxing like kickboxing rules, right? Kickboxing rules. So like no elbows, but you can dirty box. Or maybe like bare knuckle rules with kicks, something like that. Some kind of hybrid rules striking match. Ooh, that'd be tight. Hybrid rules striking match in the ring. What do you think about that? So it's like a hybrid of boxing, bare knuckle, and kickboxing rules. So no MMA, no like elbows and knees and shit. Well, you can't take away the knees from Gon. That's too much of a weapon. You have knees, no elbows. Or maybe you do add elbows. Fuck it. Maybe even the playing field for Gon. Maybe you say you can do knees and elbows, but it's bare knuckle. So Tyson comes from the Traveler community. Like, he's used to that shit. He grew up around dudes like having those fucking Traveler boxing matches. You know, they each bring a dude from their clan. They have two referees, dual referees, to make sure shit is kept even. There's like a crowd with dudes on both sides. You know what I'm talking about. He's been through plenty of that shit. So like being in unfamiliar territory or whatever. So I think that something like that would work. Something like that would work. Hybrid rules in the ring. That'd be sick. Just stand up. It'd be tight. Because if Gon could take him down, he'd whoop him. But yeah, it would be fun. That would be fun. So that's what happened in the main event. Canelo outclassed Charlo, dropped him. Did Charlo win a round? Maybe the first one. I don't know. So I do have to eat a little bit of crow. For the record, I did bet Charlo. I did bet the draw. Womp womp. Yeah, right, dude. But you know what else I bet? This is the first time in my 2 years of gambling that the hedge has actually not only got me my money back, but actually paid me. So, while we're on the subject, reminder, I need to bring the lawyer avatar back, but for legal purposes, the stream is for entertainment only. Sorry, the audio dropped off. Entertainment purposes only. Smart mouths. Not gambling financial advice. Every man is responsible for his own action. You tail any of this dumb shit, you're doing it at your own risk. I take no legal responsibility. Bet responsibly. Call that number if you can't. God bless. Please and thank you. May the grace and the peace of the Lord be with you. Now, like I said, burn that, burn Kiss tickets, but I did a little hedging, and I hedged and I hedged and I hedged again. And you know what, boys? It fucking worked. Cash that shit. Kiss my ass. I don't care what you said. I don't care what anybody says. Lubin won 8 through 12, and I thought he won the first round. I scored it a draw. But I don't think it's crazy to say that Lubin won that. That, to me, was should have been more like a split decision for Ramos or a draw maybe. But, like, it's not crazy to say that Lubin won that fight. I don't think Ramos won every single round from 1 through 7 because after round 7, Ramos didn't do a goddamn thing. Not a thing. So kiss my ass. I told y'all Lubin was not a plus 350 underdog. It was way too wide. So I took a little stab, a little bit of a hedge. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. So cash that. And cash that Azteca jank too. Shout out to Mario Barrios. Shout out to the whole Texas. Shout out to the boys at PSR. Shout out to Danny Betts. But yeah, man, shout out to Mario Barrios. Glad that I went with my instincts on that one. It's like, Barrios that much of a dog? Nah, man. Ugas coming off that Spence fight, 37. Nah, dude. So I don't normally do full card boxing predictions, but first time, not bad. 5-2. I wish I had picked Lubin. I wish I had fucking gathered up the minerals to pick him, but I'll plus 350. Only lost to Charlo and Fundora against a greenhorn. Best wins Joey Spencer, a fraud? What, dude? Yeah, I took a little poke. But yeah, let's fucking go. I hedged with Canelo. So yeah. It was a profitable evening. The Canelo versus Charlo card was not only a pretty fun watch, I'd give the card like a B-. You know, there were some knockouts. Vosdick sniped Rodriguez. Garcia. There was a bunch of knockdowns. There were some decisions. You know, like Gaucho was a decision. Barrios was a decision, but dude, he dropped Ugas nasty a couple times. And yeah, Garcia stopped Resendez. Canelo dropped Charlo. So there was some action, man. Yeah, I give it like a B-. The main event ended up being kind of a snoozer, as I predicted. But yeah, it was a profitable evening. Got back what I lost on on the last UFC card. Yep, I would. Especially if they give him another young dude. I mean, Barrio's still in his 20s, man. He's like 29 or something. Rough sledding. He's diesel at 147 too. I want to see who they give Barrios. Because like, yeah, Ugas a little bit older, a little more shop worn, but he had a real close fight with Sean Porter, and like Spence won pretty clearly, ended up stopping him, but like he looked okay versus Spence. But yeah, those beatings back to back, he might not be the same. But like Barrios looking pretty good, dude. But yeah, man, profitable evening. Got my fucking double-digit profit back, dude. I'm trying to keep that motherfucker. So yeah, let's go, boys. Back to double-digit units of profit. My goal is to maintain that. If I lose them, my goal is to get them back. If I get them, the goal is to keep them until the end of the year. I will end 2023 with double-digit units of profit. So help me, God, universe, whatever. I don't know, man. I'm kind of agnostic. So that's that for Charlo Canelo Charlo. That's my recap of that event. It was pretty fun, a little bit profitable. Overall, not a bad Saturday night. I hope y'all enjoyed the fights and the recap, because that's all you're going to get from me. Up next, we are going to, for a little bit, probably another 30 minutes, preview Dawson versus Green. What I'm going to do, though, is finish this bowl and pack another one. Coffee's done. Drink some more water. Smoke some more tweeds. Switch gears. Talk a little UFC. Shout out to the 2, 3, 4 people that have been in the building. Well, I mean, Bud did call Charlo out. But now Bud's saying he don't want it. Look, Bud's 35. He looked awesome against Spence. But if he thinks he's going to fight Canelo or that he has a chance against Canelo, he's got another thing coming. Spence is the biggest dude he's ever fought. Canelo's way bigger than that. Canelo fought at 175. Spence fights at 147. No, yeah, he's a big 147, but still, dude. What are we talking about here? Charles bigger than Spence. So, Charlo versus Bud is more competitive than people think. So, yeah. I wish they would make Charlo versus Bud. I'm going to bet Jermell Charlo. Charlo's tough. He's got a chin. He can crack. I've seen Bud hurt before. Bud hit the deck versus Mean Machine. Yeah, I know. He dusted Spence. He made Spence look worse than he ever has. But, man, if you're just going to keep doing this, people are going to keep being like,
you lost to Harrison.
He got robbed.
And he lost to you tied with Castano.
That was another fucking Charlo won that fight. And he beat the fuck out of both of them in the rematch. Knocked them both out in the rematch. All I can say is I hope they make that fight. I hope we do get Jermell Charlo versus Bud because I'm going to be all over Jermell Charlo. Because he's going to be an underdog. I promise you he'll be the underdog. Versus Crawford, you kidding me? Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs. Charlo ain't going to be the favorite in that fight. No way. A few years ago, when Bud was fighting at 140, they wouldn't even made that fight. So, yeah. But now he thinks he's too good for it now. It's like, oh, what do you think? You're going to fight Canelo? Come on, man. Who you going to fight? Who you going to fight, Bud? You did it. You cleaned out 147. Props. Respect. You whooped my boy Spence. Whooped him like a damn dog. Broke my heart. What you going to do now, though, player? What's next? You on the wrong side of 35. Say what you want about Charlo. Say what you want. Say whatever the fuck you want. He lost to Canelo. He got whooped by Canelo. Bud ain't Canelo no matter how much you think he is. He's not as big. He doesn't hit like that. Sorry, he just doesn't. People talking about Bud versus Canelo like it's Izzy versus Jones. It is, man. It is. I agree, Noah. If they want to make that fight, please do. Please do. Please. Make Bud versus Charlo or Bud versus Canelo. Please. I think Bud's going to retire. Honestly. I think Bud's going to call a bunch of people out. Talk your shit, Bud. He's the man. Bud's the man. Bud is the fucking man at 147. He took it in blood. That was one of the most comprehensive beatings I've seen on one of my favorite fighters, and that one hurt. You want to talk about that one hurt to watch? I now feel the pain of Tony Ferguson fans. I mean, I felt that pain versus Poirier, the first Gaethje fight, but I wasn't as huge of a Gaethje fan when that fight happened as I am now. So it didn't really have the impact on me, but the feeling that a lot of Ferguson fans said that they felt after Justin put that drubbing on him, I know that feeling now after watching Bud beat the living Christ out of Errol Spence. It was painful to watch, dude. But like Charlo's bigger than that. Canelo's way bigger than that. They're both younger than Crawford too. I'm just saying, man. Like, if I was Bud, he's the man, dude. He's the man at 147. Just go out on top, dude. Just be like, you know what? Fuck y'all. I'm out. I'm rich. I'm out. I'm the fucking man. I cleaned out 2 weight classes. Suck my fucking dick all day. I'm the best fisherman in boxing. Like, why not? Lead the good life. Go to all the fights. Mingle. Party. Enjoy it, man. Get like Maidana, dude. Just fuck it. Who cares? You fucking man. I'm not gonna do shit to Crawford. On the streets? Man, please. Bud Crawford is adored in the streets. Bud's fan base, man, dude. And he's a star now. Bud did the whole circuit. He been on TV so many fucking times. He been on Rogan. Once you're on Rogan, man, everybody knows who the fuck you are. So, but yeah, man, let's talk Dawson Green. I don't have a ton to say. I haven't really looked intently at the card. Like I said, I was thinking about Canelo Charlo this weekend, and I've also been thinking about what I'm going to be doing Wednesday. So tune in for that at the end of the stream. I'm going to be making another announcement, a special announcement, or for anyone that goes back and watches this. Talk about that here in a little bit. But as far as Dawson and Green, aka UFC Vegas 80, UFC Skage. This card sucks. It is a prospect what a fucking jabroni ass main card. Dawson Green is a good fight. The rest of these are fucking jabroni fights. This is jabroni FC, dude. I mean, this is the era we're in, dude. This is WWE. Jabroni FC, WWE, UFC. Same shit. Montana and JJ. Dude, you know what? Nah, I don't think so. I'm going to pull Larry David. Walks out, about to do a set, looks at the audience, scans the audience. Nah, I don't think so. Nah. You know what? I'm not going to waste my breath on this. I've only made one bet for this fight card. I'm only going to make one, possibly two more. If it doesn't hit, fine. I'm only risking 1 unit only. I've made one bet. Would you like to know what that bet is? One person who's probably Noah. I thought I made a banner for it, but I guess I fucking didn't. Let me make it right now. How about let me make it right fucking now? Hey, I wouldn't be surprised. Why not? Like fight fucking Sean O'Malley. God, he would beat the fuck out of Sean. In a boxing, oh my God, he would beat the fuck out of O'Malley. All right, let me make sure I got the odds and everything right. Sorry, I had to think about which book this was on. So yeah, I did use MGM for this one. Had to change my method of payment. Had to get rid of the one I had, and to do a new method of payment, they make you deposit to actually like make it registered. So I'm back on MGM for this particular card. That's what I used MGM to bet the boxing. So I'm back on it for this fight card, and this is my one bet so far for the card. This will be my only bet, actually. No. I mean, my only straight play. That's what I meant to say. Take a wild guess, homie Noah, who I bet. It's my only bet. If it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit. If it doesn't, a certain gentleman's words will be echoing in my mind over and over and over again, but it is what it is, man. I'm stubborn. I'm hard-headed. What do you think? Who do you think I bet? Who do you think I bet? Morono? Not good guess, though. Mayonnaise? No good guess, though. Strike two. How you chasing that slider? Here we go. Full count. Throw a fucking fastball, motherfucker. Shit. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to throw. Throw a fastball. Country fastball. High heater. 100 miles an hour. You going to hit it or not? What do you think it is? Last guess. What do you think? Search your feelings, dude. You know it to be true. Just think me. What would I bet? What would TC bet? Loudmouth. Obnoxious. Search your feelings. You know it to be true. If you think hard enough about it, you'll realize. You'll realize it's you know, and then you'll kick yourself and be like, oh yeah, of course that's who you fucking bet. But yeah, that's my only. This is gonna be my only play, only straight play. I will be tailing the podcast that we construct on Thursday on the MMA Locker Room Talk podcast, the return of the podcast after the week-long break. Excited to talk to Big Show and Mills, and hopefully, man, Billy hasn't been on there for the past few weeks. The fuck, dude? Billy need to get back on the podcast on Thursday, dude. So hopefully, yeah, I will tail the pub podcast parlay, and then if Aaron the Dog drops a Jong Lee in the community tab, I will tail that as well. But those will be my only other ones. Well, swing and a miss. Struck out looking. This is my only play. It's the only one I got so far, and it will be my only one. Pretty obvious, really. I think I actually said it on the last one, but this is my only bet so far. It's too wide. Dawson probably grapple fucks him, but I don't know, man. A 5-rounder. Bobby Green's got more experience. He's been in there with better fighters. I don't know, man. He's got good takedown defense. Dawson is he's a rat. So if I do lose this one, it's going to be a really frustrating loss because Dawson is just a rat. He's going to be like relentlessly diving at Bobby's ankles, goofy striking into, it'll be like wild overhands into fucking just desperate fucking crotch diving. There's going to be so much cage pushing in this, but Bobby is good at stuffing takedowns and circling off the cage. I will say that. But yeah, plus 310, it's too much. Maybe it doesn't work. Maybe it busts, but that's all I really got, man. I'm not going heavy on this card. I think it's a shit jobber card. So I'm gonna treat it like that. I'm not getting greasy and cute with any of this, man. That's a wide ass line for a dude that's a way better striker. I've seen Dawson gas before. Bobby Green has good cardio. He has the better striking. He has pretty good takedown defense. Dawson's a better grappler. So this could be just like, last week we never really got to see, or the last card, it was like Fiziev blew his knee out, but it is striker versus grappler for sure. Yeah, give me the dog. Let's fucking go. Dawson dropped by Gordon, losing to old man Santos until buzzer beater. Yeah, he was. Death Gas versus Glenn, now minus 350 versus Bobby Green. Yeah, if it's a trap, I done fell for it. Not the first time, won't be the last, but nah, it's a little too much, man. Say Bobby knocks him out, but that's baked into the line at plus 310. Yeah, that's about what a moderate favorites knockout line is. Close to that anyway. So yeah, that money line's fine. 5-rounder. See Dawson getting pretty tired towards the end of that. Bobby Green's a good sprawl and brawler. Say sprawl and brawl. Sprawls and brawls and gets Dawson up out of there. TC is running on Cherry Pie OG today, boys. So cheers. UFC Vegas 80. This is my only play until Thursday. Make sure y'all check out the MMA Locker Room Talk podcast on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, anywhere else you can listen to podcasts. It is the Pub Sports Radio podcast. Your boy has been blessed to become a full-time member of the podcast, and we're going to be back Thursday. We're going to construct a parlay. I will tail that. And then if Aaron the dog drops a Jong Lee in the community tab, I will tail that. But that'll be it. That's my only action. Not getting cute with a shit card like this. It's just jabronis and prospects. Pyfer versus Al Hassan is a decent action fighter type fight. I don't mind that. That's pretty decent. That'll be fun. Someone is going to get their clock cleaned. Probably Al Hassan. I would love it to see Joe Pyfer get knocked out, though. I would love to see Judo Thunder just obliterate him. Because that's another dude. God, he is getting hyped up. Now, I got to eat crow. I picked Mearshart. He fucked him up. But I don't know, man. I want to see Pyfer. Like, they're doing the right thing with him, I guess. Like, they're kind of slow rolling him. But it's probably going to be Pyfer by knockout. If we all keep it real at the same time, we probably know what's going to happen here. I'd like to see Al Hassan get the upset. I'm not going to bet that, though. Would it really surprise you, though, if Al Hassan clipped him? He's stopped other hyped up dudes before, too. I'm probably going to pick Pyfer by knockout. Like, also, if y'all know about it, sign up for the pub contest. The Pick'em. The weekly UFC Pub Sports Radio UFC picks contest. Predictions, whatever. You just go to pubsportsradio.com. It's easy and free to sign up for, but you do have to have good predictions to win it all. Your boy has won it all. Twice. Going for number 3. Contest is back. I will probably pick Pyfer by KO for the contest. But Judo Thunder could be a sneaky little... That's the kind of pick where, you let your nuts hang. That could get you the win, but probably going to pick Pyfer by KO. Al Hassan quite a bit more experience, though. Moy says bet the draw. What up, Big Moys? Pyfer White Privilege, co-main versus Busted Old Man. I think it's a Busted Old Man that's live, but I'm not touching that. Yeah, Moyes likes the main event draw. I don't see that. The only reason I don't see that is I think if Green has won 2 rounds and the third one you can't really tell. I don't know, man. I think Green winning 2 rounds, Dawson's probably going to be busted up. So, like, I mean, I get it. I do get it. You are the king of the draw. Maybe I do bet the draw. Maybe I put a little something on the draw, boys. What say? Maybe I put a little something on the draw. What do you think, Big Moys? I'm sure Moys will not disagree with that. Yeah, I just, just thinking about it. It's been a big afternoon, though, man. I got done recording Meshuggah right before I started this. That's why I was late. I apologize. Just talking with Thomas Hauka, giving him some pointers on drumming. If you want to just make that sound a little bit tighter, you can do this. But yeah, he appreciated it. Anyways, yeah, that's all I got. Bobby Green. I just don't see it being close one way or the other. I think it's going to be Dawson winning a clear grapple fuck, boring ass decision, or it's going to be Bobby knocking him out. Dawson can't strike that good. He's just not that good. But I've seen Bobby out grapple before, and Dawson is that. He is that fucking. God, he is a rat. So if this loses, it's going to be very frustrating. But it's going to be that. It's going to be grapple fucking by Dawson or Bobby going to chin check him. That's what I think. But you know what, boys? I think that is just about it. I think I'm just about sick of talking for today. I got to save my voice. Got Contender Series tomorrow. I will not be betting Contender Series. I'm saving up, loading up, if you will, for next week. Hickson, the homie, is fighting next week. Hickson, Ty Zenadim, War Hickson, loading up for next week. Thank you. Love you. Appreciate it. So yeah, I'm gonna chill out on Contender Series this week. I'm just gonna watch it. So don't have too much to say about it. Didn't tape it or anything. But yeah, best of luck on that. I'm gonna watch it though. I'm gonna watch it, download information, see what I'm looking at moving forward, seeing who to fade and back, depending on who gets signed. And then Wednesday, Morono KO. You're welcome. Hey, Zach. You're in timeout again. You're welcome. I love you too. I'm just goofing. Blue Wrench goofing. Man, all this fucking Morono love, dude. I've been seeing a lot of that. Morono is the public dog. Shout out to my dude Bro Picks. Justin's on Morono too. Morono is a very, very popular underdog. You best of luck, gentlemen. Won't be me. I'll just be wilding with King Bobby in the main event. That's all I got. War King Bobby. If I go down, it'll be fun. Probably not. It'll really fucking piss me off. It'll be a lame ass Dawson grapple fucking. But nah, man, come on, Bobby. Just yeet on this motherfucker, dude. Just piece him up and knock his fucking ass out. But yeah, boys. I don't have much on this card. It sucks. Sick of talking about it. But one last thing before I get out of here. I'm telling you, dude, I'm thinking the same thing. That's why I'm glad I'm not betting it. You ain't gonna catch me betting on Alex Morono. I will fade Morono to my detriment until the end of time. I'm not an Alex Morono backer or a fan. Fucking Ponzinibbio had his face making involuntary muscle movements. I'm not going to back a guy like that. If he wins, awesome. I'll be happy for the boys. Justin, Zacharina, anybody else that's on Morono, best of luck to you. I'll be eating the proverbial popcorn, smoking weed about it, kicking back, and watching, hopefully not Morono getting knocked out, but that could happen. Nah, man, I don't know. This card just fucking sucks. It's like you come back after 2 weeks. It's like how pumped can you be for this fucking shit dookie card, man? For real. The two best fights are Joe Pyfer, Al Hassan, and Grant and Bobby Green. Any other card that's like Dawson Green is maybe the main card opener, but probably not, right? Probably not. On a good fight night card, that's the main card opener. On a big pay-per-view, that's probably the prelim headliner. But it's the fucking main event. Unreal. But yeah, boys, that's about all I got for UFC Vegas 80. But before you get out of here, before you fucking leave, I want to remind you guys of something. I'm going to put it in the comments or the chat, and
Pop up, you little fucking butt nut emoji screen, you.
fire, microphone, movie, cool emoji, Zach's gay emoji, and there we go. Alrighty. I will be back Wednesday, once again, with Aaron the Dog. Make sure you guys tune in Wednesday for another episode of TC's Entertainment Center. We back, and it's going to be a good one. I will put out a post on X as a reminder. I'll remind everyone in the dome, but don't miss this one, man. If you want to talk movies, if you like talking movies, don't miss Wednesday. It is going to be the start of something epic that you won't want to miss. So just do it. Do it now. Tune in Wednesday now. Zach Johnson, I want to ask you a bunch of questions and I want to have them answered immediately. Who is your daddy and what does he do? Oh, I know the answer to that. It's 2 cents. I'll maybe put you back in the corner now. No, I'm just playing. I've timed Zach out twice today. I'm not going to do it again. I'm just goofing. Blue wrench goofing. Just having a little fun at Zach's expense. But, dude, he jokes about my mom, dude. He jokes about molesting my mom. So, yeah, I'm going to time you out every now and then, Zach, just for fun. All right, so just shut up. But yeah, man, tune in Wednesday. Myself and one Aaron the Dog are going to be back talking movies. And like I said, it's going to be the start of something epic. You will not want to miss it. If you like that kind of talk, come back Wednesday. If not, fuck right off. Zach literally attacked my family. I'm not. I didn't fucking say daddy art. I said, who's your daddy? I mean, I would think that you would say that no one's your daddy. I would think you would be like, I have a father, you know? But whatever, dude. If you want to be fucking weird about it, trying to bring other people into it. You attack my mother, you do all this cyberbullying. You think I'm just gonna stand aside and let you do that, Zach? Dude, you have way too much jerky crammed into your butt if you think I'm gonna fucking just let that slide. What if I don't? Then we'll just see what's what. I'll snap you in half. Yes. Yes, what? Dude, whatever, Zach. You're not gonna cyberbully me. My own channel. I'll be goddamned. Nah, you want to go for 3? You want to go for the turkey? Normally I apply that to throat ripping, but if you want to apply it to timeouts, that's blue wrenching around. Now you lie about, wow, now you're fucking sandbagging your own inventory. Unreal, dude. So the gall of this man. Now you're trying to advertise while I'm streaming. Oh my God, Zach, if I was there right now, I'd snap your neck. Crush your skull into a fucking fine powder, dude. Crunch your fucking bones underneath my fists. Lord have mercy, man. But yeah, man, come back Wednesday. Aaron and I are going to talk movies. Even you can come too, Zach. If you can fucking behave yourself. Got to babysit you like a goddamn child and sitting here trying to do a show. Dealing with a petulant fucking 7-year-old in the chat. Unreal. Nah, man, I'm just playing around. Y'all have a fucking good afternoon. Come back Wednesday. Yeah, Zach, you come back Wednesday, tough guy. I got something for you. Probably just be another timeout at worst, but, it'll be fun. Okay, Zach, okay, like a Jewish grandfather, okay. Okay, well. You do. I can make you smile. I can make you tell Aaron against YouTube, okay. All right, that's it. That's my cue. I'm going to eat some food and go about my evening. Good riddance, Zach. Good day, sir. That's all I have to say to you. I bid you adieu and goodbye. Let me get this fucking song going on. Zach, to think you could ever construct a drum beat this intricate. Please. All right. Boys, this was a fine episode of Just My 2 Cents. It's a Monday afternoon, late Monday afternoon. and it was recapping boxing. So I didn't expect it to just be the craziest thing that ever happened. But I do appreciate everyone that came through. It was mostly me and homie Noah in here chopping it up about the boxing. So shout out to my dude Noah. The recent MMA tips leader recognized. Shout out to my dude Noah. Shout out to the whole Dome, the greatest group chat in the world. So we have right there. And yeah, man, like once again, like I said, shout out to the Dome. Shout out to my dude Rush Hour MMA. If you guys don't know about Rush Hour, if you haven't been to his channel or seen him on Twitter, check him out. Jay Smooth is a good dude. He's a good play-by-play commentator. He's a good show host. He does a one-man show, calls the fights, runs the show, and I'm pretty sure he said he had boxed before. So he knows what he's talking about. He does a hell of a job, and he's a good dude, man. He always shouts me out when I go into his chat. I was there Saturday night for the fights, for the Canelo Charlo fights, and he shouted me out again. So I got to make sure I do the same. Shout out to Jay Smooth, the leader of Rush Hour MMA. Check him out. It's Rush Hour MMA on all platforms. So shout out to him. Shout out to the Dome. They were in here strong today. In particular, homie Noah. But Zachariah, the leader of the Dome, Alex Ramirez was in there himself. Big Moyes. Shout out to you boys. Best of luck with all your Dana White Contender Series action and the UFC stuff this week. I'll be back Wednesday to talk movies with Aaron the dog, so make sure y'all tune in for that. It's another episode of TC's Entertainment Center. Subscribe to Aaron's new horror channel that he's a part of, Why We Love Horror. I'm anxiously awaiting the next episode of that. Check out the It Lives Inside inaugural episode that just dropped. Subscribe to his other YouTube channel as well, Aaron the Dog MMA. He's on hiatus talking UFC right now, but at some point he will be back. So make sure you subscribe to that channel for when it does return. And there's where else you can find him. But yeah, we'll be back. We will be back Wednesday on this channel talking movies and starting something that I think is going to be very epic. So do not miss that shit. Thursday is the return of the MMA Locker Room Talk podcast, Pub Sports Radio's podcast that you can check out on Spreaker. Hit 1,000 downloads on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever the fuck else you can find podcasts. I'm sure there's some other ones. But yeah, shout out to Big Show, Money Mills, Billy Briz, anyone else that's been on the that podcast. Hopefully get some of the boys to come back. Maybe get some new guests. See what Big Show and the boys have lined up for that. But yeah, man, we'll be back Thursday for that. Constructing a new parlay, which I will tail as well. Other than that, though, unless Aaron drops a Zhang Li it's in the community tab at some point, it'll just be the Pub Podcast parlay that I tail, and maybe that's it. Maybe I bet the draw, but the only thing I have so far for UFC Vegas 80 is King Bobby Green, baby. Let's fucking go. War King Bobby. That's all I got. That's all I got for this stream. Have a good evening, gentlemen. Thank you for stopping through. This has been just my 2 cents, and I will catch y'all on Wednesday, hopefully. Peace!